Ever struggled with giving someone a second chance while protecting your own boundaries? How do you balance forgiveness and emotional stability in relationships? In this video, 11 Stoic lessons to not give people a second chance. Grab your tea and snacks, and let's dive in this theme. Be selective in second chances. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, the notion that not everyone deserves a second chance is rooted in the principles of discernment and self-respect. Stoicism teaches us to value our time and emotional energy, recognizing that indiscriminate forgiveness can lead to the erosion of personal boundaries and a compromise of our own well-being. Choosing wisely in relationships, as advocated by Stoicism, is about aligning ourselves with individuals who share our values and contribute positively to our lives. It involves a thoughtful consideration of past behaviors and a commitment to maintaining self-respect. Stoics emphasize the importance of maintaining emotional equanimity, the ability to stay balanced and composed in the face of challenging situations. This is not an indifference to others, but rather a deliberate choice to protect our own inner peace and stability. The Stoic perspective encourages us to understand that actions have consequences and that some actions may warrant irreversible outcomes. It prompts us to reflect on our past experiences, drawing wisdom from them to reinforce our decision-making in the present. Stoicism teaches resilience, the capacity to withstand the discomfort of ending toxic relationships, and the recognition that preserving our energy from untrustworthy individuals is a valuable investment in our well-being. Detachment, as emphasized by Stoicism, is not a callous disregard for others, but a recognition that we cannot control the choices and actions of others. Detaching from outcomes allows us to make decisions based on our principles and integrity, rather than being swayed by external circumstances. Ultimately, upholding principles firmly is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. It's a commitment to live in accordance with our values, to set and maintain healthy boundaries, and to prioritize our own well-being. By integrating these Stoic lessons into our lives, we empower ourselves to make choices that lead to more fulfilling and authentic relationships, and to cultivate a sense of inner peace that transcends external circumstances. In embracing these principles, we embark on a journey towards a more intentional and empowered way of living, fostering resilience, self-respect, and the pursuit of genuine connections. Choose relationships wisely. Choosing relationships wisely is a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy that can greatly enhance our lives. Stoicism encourages us to assess the people we surround ourselves with and recognize their impact on our well-being. By being discerning in our relationships, we can cultivate an environment that fosters growth, positivity, and mutual support. In practical terms, this means taking the time to evaluate the character, values, and intentions of those we allow into our lives. It involves observing how individuals treat others, handle conflicts, and demonstrate integrity in their actions. By doing so, we can identify individuals who align with our values and contribute positively to our journey. Moreover, Stoicism reminds us of the importance of setting boundaries in relationships. While it's natural to be empathetic and compassionate towards others, it's equally important to safeguard our own mental and emotional well-being. Establishing healthy boundaries allows us to maintain a sense of autonomy and self-respect, preventing us from being taken advantage of or manipulated by others. By prioritizing discernment and boundaries in our relationships, we empower ourselves to create a supportive and enriching social circle. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift and inspire us enables personal growth and fulfillment. Practically applying these principles involves self-reflection and courage. It requires us to assess existing relationships honestly and make difficult decisions when necessary. This may involve distancing ourselves from toxic influences or respectfully ending relationships that no longer serve our best interests. However, it's important to approach these decisions with empathy and understanding. Stoicism teaches us to acknowledge the inherent humanity in others, recognizing that everyone has their own struggles and imperfections. While we may choose to distance ourselves from certain individuals, we can still extend compassion and goodwill towards them from a distance. Ultimately, embracing Stoic principles in our relationships can lead to greater clarity, peace, and authenticity in our lives. By surrounding ourselves with genuine connections and honoring our own boundaries, we create the space for meaningful growth and fulfillment. As we navigate the complexities of human interaction, may we find strength in Stoic wisdom and cultivate relationships that enrich our journey towards wisdom and virtue. The self-respect over second chances. In Stoic philosophy, the concept of self-respect over second chances resonates deeply with the idea of valuing oneself and maintaining personal integrity. It suggests that while forgiveness is virtuous, it should not come at the expense of one's dignity or self-worth. When we prioritize self-respect over granting second chances, we honor our boundaries and uphold our principles, fostering a sense of inner strength and authenticity. Consider the implications of repeatedly offering second chances in relationships or situations where trust has been compromised. While forgiveness is noble, it shouldn't become a pattern of enabling harmful behavior or neglecting our own well-being. By recognizing the importance of self-respect, we acknowledge that our time, energy, and emotions are valuable resources that deserve protection. Practically applying this principle involves setting clear boundaries and being mindful of our own needs and values. It means having the courage to say no to situations or individuals that undermine our self-respect or integrity. This might involve ending toxic relationships, refusing to tolerate disrespect, or standing firm in our convictions even when it's difficult. By embracing self-respect over second chances, we empower ourselves to cultivate healthier and more fulfilling relationships. We create space for genuine connections built on mutual respect and trust, rather than on the constant cycle of forgiveness and disappointment. This shift in mindset allows us to invest our time and energy in relationships and endeavors that align with our values and contribute positively to our lives. Furthermore, prioritizing self-respect fosters a sense of inner peace and confidence. It frees us from the burden of constantly second-guessing ourselves or seeking validation from others. Instead, we learn to trust our instincts and honor our own worth, regardless of external circumstances or opinions. In essence, embracing self-respect over second chances is not about harboring resentment or closing ourselves off to growth and forgiveness. Rather, it's about recognizing our inherent worth and choosing relationships and experiences that honor and uplift us. By embodying this principle, we invite greater authenticity, resilience, and fulfillment into our lives, paving the way for deeper connections and a greater sense of purpose. Ultimately, it is through honoring ourselves that we create the foundation for meaningful and enriching experiences. Boundaries matter. The fourth point, prioritizing boundaries, draws from Stoic philosophy's emphasis on self-respect and maintaining emotional balance. In Stoicism, boundaries serve as protective barriers that safeguard our well-being and integrity. By recognizing the importance of boundaries, we acknowledge the inherent value of our emotions, time, and energy. When we prioritize boundaries, we establish clear guidelines for how we expect to be treated by others. This involves setting limits on behaviors that compromise our values or cause harm. By doing so, we demonstrate respect for ourselves and cultivate a healthy sense of self-worth. Stoicism teaches us that forgiveness should not come at the expense of our boundaries. While forgiveness is a noble virtue, it does not require us to tolerate repeated mistreatment or disrespect. By maintaining firm boundaries, we uphold our dignity and integrity, signaling to others that our self-respect is non-negotiable. Practically applying this principle means learning to recognize when our boundaries are being crossed and taking assertive action to protect them. It may involve having difficult conversations with individuals who consistently violate our boundaries or making the decision to distance ourselves from toxic relationships altogether. By prioritizing boundaries, we empower ourselves to cultivate healthier and more fulfilling relationships. We create space for genuine connection and mutual respect to flourish, free from the toxicity of manipulation or abuse. Moreover, honoring our boundaries enables us to conserve our energy and invested in pursuits that align with our values and aspirations. In essence, prioritizing boundaries is an act of self-care and self-empowerment. It allows us to navigate life with greater clarity and confidence, knowing that we are deserving of respect and dignity in all our interactions. By embracing this Stoic lesson, we invite positivity and authenticity into our lives, creating a foundation for meaningful relationships and personal growth. Embrace emotional balance. In Stoic philosophy, the notion that actions have consequences is deeply ingrained. It's a fundamental principle that underscores the understanding that our choices today shape our lives tomorrow. This concept encourages us to consider the long-term implications of our actions and decisions. Imagine life as a series of interconnected events, where each action sets off a chain reaction. The Stoics teach us to be mindful of the ripples we create in the pond of existence. Every decision we make, no matter how small, contributes to the course of our lives and the lives of those around us. When we embrace the idea that actions have consequences, we become more deliberate in our choices. We take ownership of our decisions and accept responsibility for their outcomes. This mindset empowers us to live with integrity and purpose, aligning our actions with our values and aspirations. Moreover, understanding the principle of actions and consequences enables us to cultivate resilience in the face of adversity. When we encounter challenges or setbacks, we can reflect on the choices that led us to this point and consider how we might navigate future obstacles more effectively. Practically applying this Stoic lesson involves developing mindfulness in our daily lives. It means pausing to consider the potential outcomes of our actions before proceeding. It means cultivating self-awareness and emotional intelligence, recognizing the interplay between our choices and their consequences on ourselves and others. By embracing the idea that actions have consequences, we empower ourselves to lead more fulfilling and purposeful lives. We become agents of change, actively shaping our destinies and contributing positively to the world around us. With each mindful choice we make, we inch closer toward our goals and aspirations, creating a life rich in meaning and significance. In essence, the Stoic principle of actions and consequences serves as a guiding light, illuminating the path toward wisdom and fulfillment. As we integrate this philosophy into our daily existence, we cultivate a mindset of intentionality and accountability, fostering growth and resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Let us heed this timeless wisdom, embracing the power of our actions to shape the course of our lives and leaving a positive legacy for generations to come. Actions, consequences. In Stoic philosophy, the notion that actions have consequences is deeply ingrained. It's a fundamental principle that underscores the understanding that our choices today shape our lives tomorrow. This concept encourages us to consider the long-term implications of our actions and decisions. Imagine life as a series of interconnected events, where each action sets off a chain reaction. The Stoics teach us to be mindful of the ripples we create in the pond of existence. Every decision we make, no matter how small, contributes to the course of our lives and the lives of those around us. When we embrace the idea that actions have consequences, we become more deliberate in our choices. We take ownership of our decisions and accept responsibility for their outcomes. This mindset empowers us to live with integrity and purpose, aligning our actions with our values and aspirations. Moreover, understanding the principle of actions and consequences enables us to cultivate resilience in the face of adversity. When we encounter challenges or setbacks, we can reflect on the choices that led us to this point and consider how we might navigate future obstacles more effectively. Practically applying this Stoic lesson involves developing mindfulness in our daily lives. It means pausing to consider the potential outcomes of our actions before proceeding. It means cultivating self-awareness and emotional intelligence, recognizing the interplay between our choices and their consequences on ourselves and others. By embracing the idea that actions have consequences, we empower ourselves to lead more fulfilling and purposeful lives. We become agents of change, actively shaping our destinies and contributing positively to the world around us. With each mindful choice we make, we inch closer toward our goals and aspirations, creating a life rich in meaning and significance. In essence, the Stoic principle of actions and consequences serves as a guiding light, illuminating the path toward wisdom and fulfillment. As we integrate this philosophy into our daily existence, we cultivate a mindset of intentionality and accountability, fostering growth and resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Let us heed this timeless wisdom, embracing the power of our actions to shape the course of our lives and leaving a positive legacy for generations to come. Preserve energy. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, the notion of preserving energy from untrustworthy individuals emerges as a cornerstone principle for leading a balanced and fulfilling life. When we consider the finite nature of our time and emotional resources, it becomes imperative to discern where and with whom we invest them. This principle isn't merely about avoiding negative interactions. It's about consciously choosing to surround ourselves with people who align with our values and contribute positively to our well-being. Picture your life as a vessel filled with precious resources, time, energy, and emotional capacity. Now imagine encountering individuals who continually drain these resources through their deceit, manipulation, or unreliability. Stoicism teaches us to recognize such dynamics and take proactive steps to safeguard our inner equilibrium. By preserving energy from untrustworthy people, we reclaim control over our emotional landscape. We free ourselves from the incessant worry, stress, and disappointment that often accompany interactions with individuals who do not respect our boundaries or reciprocate our trust. In doing so, we create space for authentic connections and meaningful relationships to flourish. Practically applying this principle involves a deliberate evaluation of the people in our lives. It necessitates honest introspection to identify those who uplift and inspire us, versus those who consistently detract from our well-being. While it may seem daunting to disengage from toxic relationships, doing so honors our inherent worth and self-respect. Consider the ripple effect of surrounding yourself with trustworthy individuals who respect your boundaries and reciprocate your trust. Each positive interaction becomes a building block for a more fulfilling existence. Your relationships become sources of joy, support, and mutual growth rather than drains on your vitality. Moreover, by prioritizing authentic connections, you set a precedent for others to treat you with the dignity and respect you deserve. You create a harmonious environment where trust and integrity serve as the bedrock of your interactions. In essence, preserving energy from untrustworthy individuals isn't just a defensive measure. It's a proactive stance in crafting a life of purpose and fulfillment. It's a testament to your commitment to self-care and emotional well-being. So, as you navigate the intricacies of human relationships, remember that your energy is a precious commodity, deserving of protection. Surround yourself with those who honor and appreciate it, and watch as your life blossoms with newfound vitality and meaning. End toxicity resiliently. Building resilience to end toxic relationships is a crucial aspect of Stoic philosophy that can significantly enhance one's quality of life. In a world where relationships can be complex and challenging, it's essential to understand the principles behind Stoicism to navigate such situations effectively. Stoicism teaches us the importance of maintaining inner tranquility despite external circumstances. When it comes to toxic relationships, this means recognizing when a relationship is no longer serving our well-being and having the strength to end it. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-respect and the preservation of our mental and emotional health above all else. Ending a toxic relationship requires resilience because it often involves facing discomfort and uncertainty. However, by drawing upon Stoic principles, we can develop the inner strength needed to confront these challenges head-on. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to accept that we cannot change others. Instead, we can only control our own actions and reactions. By cultivating resilience, we can set boundaries that protect our well-being and honor our values. This may involve having difficult conversations, setting clear expectations, or even walking away from a relationship that no longer serves us. While the process may be uncomfortable, it is ultimately empowering because it allows us to reclaim control over our lives. Practicing resilience and ending toxic relationships also teaches us valuable lessons about self-worth and personal growth. It encourages us to prioritize our own happiness and fulfillment, rather than sacrificing our well-being for the sake of others. By recognizing our inherent value as individuals, we become less dependent on external validation and more confident in our ability to create positive change in our lives. Moreover, ending toxic relationships opens the door to new opportunities for growth and fulfillment. It creates space for healthier connections with others who align with our values and support our personal development. By surrounding ourselves with positive influences, we create a nurturing environment that fosters growth, happiness, and fulfillment. In conclusion, building resilience to end toxic relationships is a transformative practice rooted in Stoic philosophy. By embracing principles of self-respect, inner strength, and personal growth, we can navigate challenging relationship dynamics with grace and confidence. Through resilience, we empower ourselves to prioritize our well-being and create a life filled with meaningful connections and authentic happiness. Reflect on experience. Reflecting on past experiences is a crucial aspect of Stoic philosophy that can significantly enhance our lives. When we take the time to introspect and analyze our past actions and decisions, we gain valuable insights into our behaviors, motivations, and thought patterns. This process of self-reflection allows us to identify areas for growth and improvement, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. By reflecting on our past experiences, we can better understand the consequences of our actions and the impact they have on ourselves and those around us. We can recognize patterns of behavior that may be holding us back or causing unnecessary stress and conflict in our lives. This self-awareness empowers us to make more conscious choices moving forward, aligning our actions with our values and goals. Moreover, reflecting on past experiences enables us to cultivate gratitude and appreciation for the lessons we have learned along the way. Even in challenging or painful situations, there is often wisdom to be gained and opportunities for personal growth. By adopting a mindset of gratitude and resilience, we can transform adversity into strength and resilience. Practically applying the principle of reflecting on past experiences involves setting aside dedicated time for introspection and journaling. By writing down our thoughts and reflections, we can gain clarity and perspective on our experiences. We can ask ourselves probing questions, such as what lessons have I learned from this experience? How can I apply these lessons to future situations? What aspects of my behavior or mindset do I need to change or improve? Additionally, seeking feedback from trusted friends, mentors, or therapists can provide valuable insights and perspectives that we may not have considered on our own. By engaging in open and honest conversations about our experiences, we can gain new insights and perspectives, fostering growth and self-discovery. In essence, reflecting on past experiences is not about dwelling on the past or ruminating over mistakes. Instead, it is a proactive and empowering process that allows us to learn from our experiences, cultivate gratitude, and chart a course for personal growth and fulfillment. By embracing this practice with an open heart and mind, we can unlock our full potential and live a life of greater meaning, purpose, and joy. Detach from outcomes. Detachment from outcomes is a pivotal aspect of Stoic philosophy, advocating for an inner sense of tranquility, regardless of external circumstances. When we detach from outcomes, we free ourselves from the burdens of expectation and attachment, allowing us to navigate life with greater clarity and serenity. In practical terms, detaching from outcomes means focusing on the process rather than fixating on the result. It involves pouring our energy and effort into the present moment, fully immersing ourselves in the task at hand without being consumed by concerns about the future. By doing so, we cultivate a mindset of acceptance and resilience, embracing whatever unfolds with equanimity. Detachment doesn't imply apathy or indifference, rather it stems from a place of inner strength and wisdom. It enables us to approach life's challenges with a sense of detachment, recognizing that we cannot control every outcome, but we can control our response to it. This mindset empowers us to adapt gracefully to changing circumstances, fostering a greater sense of peace and fulfillment. Practicing detachment from outcomes also fosters mental agility and emotional well-being. It liberates us from the grip of anxiety and fear, allowing us to embrace uncertainty with courage and optimism. Instead of being paralyzed by the fear of failure or rejection, we become more resilient in the face of adversity, viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. Moreover, detachment from outcomes enhances our relationships with others. It encourages us to release expectations and judgments, fostering deeper connections based on acceptance and understanding. By relinquishing the need to control or manipulate outcomes, we create space for genuine authenticity and mutual respect in our interactions. In essence, embracing detachment from outcomes is an invitation to live with greater freedom and authenticity. It invites us to release the grip of external validation and embrace our innate worth and dignity. Through this practice, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and fulfillment that transcends the ebb and flow of external circumstances. As you embark on your journey of practicing detachment from outcomes, remember to be patient and compassionate with yourself. It's a gradual process that requires conscious effort and self-reflection. Celebrate your progress and be open to the lessons that each experience brings. Ultimately, by embodying the principles of detachment, you empower yourself to live a life of purpose, resilience, and profound inner peace. Uphold principles firmly. Upholding principles firmly is not merely a Stoic dictate, but a pathway to inner strength and authenticity. When we adhere steadfastly to our values and beliefs, we cultivate a sense of integrity that resonates deeply within us. In a world where compromise often seems easier than conviction, holding true to our principles becomes a beacon of resilience and self-assurance. Imagine a scenario where you're confronted with a decision that challenges your moral compass. It may be tempting to yield, to sacrifice your principles for short-term gain or acceptance. However, the Stoic philosophy encourages us to stand firm, to weather the storms of doubt and external pressure with unwavering resolve. In doing so, we not only honor ourselves but also inspire others to embrace their own truth. By upholding principles firmly, we create boundaries that safeguard our dignity and self-respect. We establish a framework for healthy relationships and interactions rooted in authenticity and mutual respect. When we communicate our values clearly and assertively, we invite others to engage with us on a level playing field, free from manipulation or coercion. Moreover, embracing principles fosters clarity of purpose and vision. It guides our decisions and actions, serving as a compass in navigating life's complexities. Instead of being swayed by the whims of circumstance or external validation, we remain anchored in our core beliefs, charting a course aligned with our highest aspirations. Practically applying this principle requires introspection and courage. It demands a willingness to confront discomfort and uncertainty, to stand firm in the face of opposition or dissent. However, the rewards far outweigh the challenges. By living in alignment with our principles, we cultivate a sense of inner harmony and fulfillment that transcends external validation or fleeting success. In essence, upholding principles firmly is an act of self-empowerment and self-love. It is a testament to our inherent worth and dignity as human beings. As you embark on your journey, remember that you are not alone. Draw strength from the collective wisdom of those who have walked this path before you, and know that your commitment to integrity will illuminate the way for others to follow. In the grand tapestry of life, let your principles be the threads that weave together the fabric of your existence. With each choice, each action, reaffirm your dedication to living authentically and purposefully. And in doing so, may you inspire others to embrace their own truth and live boldly in pursuit of their highest ideals.